I want to start off this video by showing you a section of a song I made yesterday in about 7 to 8 hours. So let's just hear it and then I'll tell you why I'm sharing it. Now, while I really did just want to show off how cool that song is, I do have a point to this. I made this yesterday after not being inspired for a long time. You may have seen my videos about just not really feeling inspired to work on YouTube or music or anything. And something turned around that I thought I wanted to share. So a lot of times when we're composing and we're trying to make this into a job, we have to make music that we don't really want to. So I think what we do is dive into the theory. So we watch videos on how to make that type of music, you know, maybe a genre we're not into right now, or maybe some sort of mood that we're just not feeling right now. And I've heard people say that it's really important to do what you love to do and just create whatever you feel like. And so yesterday I was like, well, I kind of feel like trying funk. And so I started working on it. Actually, this was the day before. And it just, I knew the music theory and I watched some videos and I was trying to use theory as a rule book in order to make music. And then I wanted to show you this song here. I'm not going to show you the whole thing right now. This song here, I made just using intuition and kind of just going back to how I started music. Like, I listened to a lot of my songs before I really knew music theory that much. And sometimes I'm blown away and impressed by something I did back then that I feel like I would have not thought of today. And so I decided to write this song, not thinking about music theory, just literally writing whatever came to mind. So I want to show you back here. This was the piano sketch I came up with, just the melody. It is in a lower key because earlier in the song, I'm going to have it I'm going to have a key change later, and you heard the key change part. Just a reminder of the main melody here. And that's as much as I wrote on the melody. And then I kind of just went wherever I felt like. So here's just the piano melody here. Okay, so that I just kind of made it up as I went, just using my intuition of where I wanted the music to go instead of trying to come up with complicated harmonies and stuff like that. And in the meantime, I came up with some pretty good modulations, some pretty good movements, some complicated chords that, like just the strings over here. And yeah, it hit me that, like, man, I'm writing music like I did like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And yeah, I wrote a piece that I am happy with. And I feel like even has almost like a classical vibe, which classical music, you would think you need to be thinking about theory and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm super blown away that we get so caught up. I know music theory is a very good tool, and I used that tool while writing. I didn't use it as a rule of, okay, well, I'm going for this. If you haven't noticed yet, it's supposed to be kind of a spooky Halloween type song. I'm going for this spooky feeling, so I should look up spooky chords and so. No, I just want to go with the emotion that I was feeling with this song. And I think it turned out way better than if I looked up a whole bunch of how to do horror music, how to make spooky, silly Halloween music. Now, so this is the song I made when I was doing that. Now, let me move over to a project that I was going to do where I was just trying to focus on theory and making it complicated and just sound like professionally. I was trying to make it sound professional. And let's go to that. Here it is. Let me click play. Oh, that's right. I deleted it because I was so frustrated at trying to follow rules, trying to put myself in a box and say, you are a good composer and good composers use this, so you must be a good composer. You must act like that good composer that you want to be like. And yeah, I essentially got nothing done. Yeah, I just thought for anybody out there that just feels like they sit down and they have an idea of the type of composer they want to be and it's not working out, go back and listen to some of your old songs. I know you might cringe, but remember how excited you were to just write a song and to just express the way you were feeling in the given moment. Don't worry about music theory and don't worry about complicated harmonies and stuff. Just feel what you want to write and just write down the notes, play it on the piano and just go with that. No pressure. And every now and then, if you have a gig or something, you do have to work on music for somebody else and not just for yourself. But I think it's important every now and then to just write something for yourself. This track, I'm not writing for anything. This one I showed you earlier, I'm just making it pretty much for myself. I felt like making spooky music. Now, I am thinking about putting in an album where I do different songs for each holiday. So that would be Halloween, and then I could do Christmas, Thanksgiving. I thought that would be a good idea, and so I can still share it with the world. Don't think your music has to be worthy of getting into a video game or a movie or something like that. And this goes for story writing too. I was talking with my wife, and she's an author, and she was having trouble, being inspired to write a book, but she was committing to something that she didn't feel like writing on. So then later, she decided, okay, ditch the rules on how to write, stop watching the YouTube videos that say how to write, and just go back to how she used to write, which was, okay, where do I want these characters to go next? Where do I, how do I feel the story should progress and stuff? Editing and tweaking and stuff can come later, but yeah, and it really helped her. We both worked till midnight from like 3 or 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, spending the whole time, me composing, her writing her book, and it was awesome. We both just decided to go back to our roots and what really started the passion to work in the first place. And that's what really it is. It's like, again, sometimes you just got to write and work on things when you don't feel like it, and you have to look at the theory behind it to try to figure out, okay, is this going to be good enough for this client or for this, publish? But I think every now and then you need to just sit down and create something because you feel like creating it. And I think it fuels your passion. And a passion killer is just working on things that are technically better or technically professional. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. And yes, if you want to hear more of this, I should release it around Halloween time. And then I will hopefully release a Thanksgiving one, and then a Christmas one, and an Easter one, maybe a New Year's one. I know I already did a New Year's song. We'll see about that one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Go create something that you want to create. Go make the music that you want to hear. Go write the story that you want to read. Go film the video that you want to watch. And until next time, I'm still a small YouTuber, and so most likely if you comment down below, I'll be able to see it and I'll be able to respond to it. If you want to help me grow and do what I love to do, then I'd be really happy if you just join me by subscribing and commenting and just being a part of this community I'm trying to grow. I want to be able to share my work, but even more than that, I want to be able to share my passion with the world to encourage and inspire other people to create their own type of music and to think outside of the box and to know when it's time to break those rules. So yeah, I love music and I love you. Thanks for dropping by.